book lovers. I'm Sarah Carter, and I'm an independent consultant with Usborne Books and More. Today I want to talk to you about feelings and emotions because we all have them. Our littlest ones among us tend to have the biggest emotions and feelings and not know what to do with them, although that's true sometimes of kids, adolescents, and even us adults as well. So today I'd love to share with you some resources for helping to cope with those feelings. Starting with our littlest kids, this is a nice board book. It's called Grumpy Tortoise. There are 3 others in this series: Scaredy Cat, Steady Sloth, and Cautious Chameleon. And in this story, Tortoise starts out his day very grumpy. You know how sometimes we just wake up on the wrong side of the shell in this case. But slowly he starts to feel better as he goes outside. He does some of the things that make him happy. And it's a great way to help your little one work through that emotion and not stay in that place of grumpiness. What If I Know My Feelings is a really great one. Also a board book. It puts names to those feelings that kids have and tells them what they can do with it. What if I feel happy? I can smile at others. What if I feel sad? I can find someone to talk to. So by helping them work through those feelings, again, they know that they're not stuck feeling the way that they feel forever. Okay, if you have a child that throws tantrums, I've got a 3-year-old right now, so this one is super appropriate. They do experience those great big emotions, and they're not always good at self-regulating, right? So we need to help them to learn what to do. So in this case, this little girl accidentally drops a jar of cookies while she's trying to get them down. And it makes her feel red, red, red. She is angry. She wants her biscuit. And isn't this appropriate for right now? The lid is on and I'm not strong. Everything is wrong, wrong, wrong. Do you ever feel that way? I know I do. And certainly our little ones do too. So in this sweet book, her mom helps her work with her feelings so that she doesn't feel red, red, red anymore. She learns to count and calm down. So this one's useful for younger kids and even some older kids as well. You're never too old for a picture book, right? What are feelings is the next one. This is one of our first questions and answers, Lift the Flap. So there are several flaps in here that work through what are feelings, how do they happen, is it wrong to cry, what makes us happy, what makes us sad when things go wrong. Answers important questions like this one right here. What if I never feel happy again? Will I? What makes us angry? Why do we worry? That's a great question too, right? Do grown-ups worry? Can I hide my worries? And then on the very last pages, there's some coping mechanisms for dealing with worry, including going to bed earlier, or doing something outside. Lots of great tips that you can talk over with your young child. Next up, we have Jonathan James and the What If Monster. And in this sweet story, Jonathan James is worried. He has too many what ifs going on, represented by the What If Monster. What if I fall? What if no one likes me? What if I miss the ball? What if my drawing isn't very good? Right? And then finally, about halfway through the story, he ends up thinking, wait a minute, I'm not going to stand for this anymore. What if something good happens? And he changes his entire perspective. This one's fantastic. And the great thing, too, with that book is there's also a plush that comes with it. So why not get yourself a copy of The What If Monster and a squishy one as well, so your child can squish away their worries, especially right now. All About Feelings is one of my favorite books when we're discussing feelings with our children. The reason is because it does a fantastic job of describing the different kinds of feelings, talking about why you would feel the way that you feel, how you can feel 2 different feelings or even 3 different feelings at the same time. It does a good job making kids feel normal with the fact that everyone has feelings, how to decipher messages from people's bodies about how they're feeling, and just really helping kids to understand what's going on inside their brains here. Jumbled up feelings, talking about feelings. One of the parts that I particularly love is the help for parents at the very end. It's got this handy sheet here that talks about things that you can try at home. It really breaks it down. And then, of course, there are Usborne quick links that you can go to online for more information to help your child. And then there's No Worries, Be Brave, and Hello Happy. This series provides an excellent hands-on way for kids to be able to work through their feelings. You can see this one is intended for kids who are worried or anxious. And let's be honest, there are a lot of us that feel this way right now. So this one's a great one, not only for kids, but actually if you want to work through it alongside your child, that would be a good idea too. It encourages you to put your feelings down on paper, to figure out exactly how it is that you feel, and then some techniques for how to relax by doing things like coloring, putting your worries in a jar, looking at your worries as monsters and locking them up in a cage. There's some yoga in here and some ways to say thank you, but awesome ideas for working through those feelings. Be Brave is another fantastic resource for kids. This really, again, gives them a hands-on way to work through their feelings and their fears. They can draw, they can color, they can write their worries out on paper so that they can think about what they're feeling, encourages them to get outside. Also, one of my favorite pages in here is talking about the news. I think this is one of those pages that even we as adults could use. But it really puts the focus on doing something kind for other people to take your mind off your worries, but then it doesn't ignore their worries at the same time. So I love the fact that it gives coping mechanisms while encouraging kids to write down how they're feeling. Hello Happy is another great book in this series. Talks about kids' heads and their hearts, facing their feelings, how to feel better, what to do when you're mad. There are lots of things that prevent us from feeling happy, particularly at this particular point in history. And this can really help your child to be able to process the feelings that they're feeling and understand that any sadness they're feeling right now, anxiety and worry, doesn't have to be forever. Next, we have the Usborne Unworry book. Here's the peek at how this book will help you. 1, by helping you figure out the problem. 2, by giving you a place to worry. And 3, by distracting you. Like many of our books, it also includes Usborne quick links for more activities and support. And finally, why not get some resources for yourselves? Studies have shown that coloring reduces stress, so these books are perfect for that. The Words of Wisdom. These are the literary quotes. So you can see this is what some of them look like when they're colored. You've got all kinds of great quotes in this book. This is an easy thing to do alongside your child, particularly if you already purchased one of the resources I showed for kids within this video. We even have quotes from Shakespeare. We have inspirational quotes, and we have witty quotes if you need a laugh. So this might be a good one for you to post somewhere where you're going to see it that's going to make you smile throughout the day. And that will not only improve your mood, but help the mood of your household as well. Thanks for joining me.